Alright, so you guys are in for a special treat. No, that was not clickbait. The horse is legit getting a chiropractor today. Now, it's actually very common with horses to have their backs adjusted. You gotta figure that when someone's constantly on your back bouncing up and down, it's not the greatest for the health of your spine. Dr. Stacy is the doctor who's coming over here today. And yes, she is a doctor. And we'll ask her about that in a little bit. Since I dove back into training this fall with Moissanite, taking him through a specialized training program, let's just say that a large part of me is wondering if some of his issues arise from a potential chiropractic binding, if you will, in his spine. So I thought, you know, I know he had an accident before. Let's just have it done and see if it helps him at all.
Naughty, having way too much fun. All right, buddy, we're gonna start with your toes. We'll work our way through, see if there's anything going on. You're short striding on your right leg. Great. So let's see what we can do.
Moissanite.
Sit out. Good boy. Good job. Good job, buddy. This one, please. Good boy. I know. Okay. It's okay. You been giving the farrier any trouble at all?
Not while he's fearing him, just while he's doing the other horse. He tends to eat his tools.
You see this when you do. Are you stealing stuff from the farrier?
Yes.
Oh, you're that guy.
Yep.
You're that guy.
Don't even think about it.
Don't be that guy. Step to the side. How are ya? Checking me out? You know what kind of things I got going on? Trying to steal my chair.
Oh,
Very
gosh.
friendly of you.
Yeah, that would be
Very friendly.
fine. I'm gonna eat my rope. See that one out of place in the back?
We are very stuck on this side.
But I wondered.
There it goes. Good boy.
He's like, what the hell is going on?
There, huh? Oh, one.
Yeah, he does like his butt massage.
Yeah, and he's like,
Oh,
why are you leaving me? He's like, I'm out.
come on.
She wasn't as excited as I thought she was, Mom. Good job, buddy. Hi. I know, you act like I just killed you, huh? I know. You got some spots that are stuck. We understand. Good boy.
Yeah. Come on, bud.
Good job.
Yeah. Now you gotta eat every piece of me. Ah. Alright. So it was at this point that we actually had to take a break from camera viewing, and had I enough foresight, I probably would have just left the camera on the tripod. But at the time, I thought it'd be nice to get an up-close view of exactly what she was doing. Didn't quite work out too good. She managed to get part of him adjusted, but there was one side of him that was really bad, completely out of whack, and he was very sensitive on that side. And every time she touched him, he would just walk off very quickly, and there was no amount of holding him I could do to keep him from walking off. So I had to put the camera down until he was completely corrected, and then I was able to pick it up again. But it just showed me how bad he really was. So let's cut back to after the fact, and we'll show you exactly what she did.
Say hi, Mom.
You feel better? Oh, yes. Oh. Yeah. Oh, little nibble, still nibbling, but yeah.
Boy, is that better? Boy, I know. You did very good. Yes.
So you said he had like a chronic headache?
Yeah, like his pole was out. So So a lot of times that's like our neck, like the top of our neck being out.
Okay.
And most of the time that's when people get headaches.
Oh.
So when you noticed when I was like pushing on it and putting it back in place,
his eyes were rolling and back in his head, and he was just
relaxing. That's taking the pain off there.
Wow.
Yeah. Huh.
So that could have contributed to his grumpiness.
Oh yeah. If it were warmer, I'd have you put liniment on it, but it's not warm right now. So
what does the liniment do?
So liniment, think about icy hot for your back.
Oh, okay.
Like a lot of people do icy hot for sore muscles and stuff. So we usually do it right after adjustment for about a week or two, just to kind of help loosen up the muscles.
Oh, okay.
So it's already cold out, so a lot of times they just kind of work themselves out. Hopefully he'll go out and roll for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And then loosen all of his muscles up for us.
Yeah.
And that'll help loosen his shoulder up. But this whole complex right through here was all tight, which is why I asked if he had problems with the farrier.
Oh, okay.
So, because a lot of times they don't want to hold their leg, or they'll do a lot of like kicking the leg out.
The mare does that.
Trying to get rid of it.
Just the last time he had to like twist her leg around to, I guess it was like some sort of weird submissive pose, which I wasn't thrilled about, but
there.
Yeah.
You're like a kid.
Yeah, he is very much like a kid.
You're cute.
He has his good days and then he has his naughty days.
Yeah.
Just like,
oh yeah, well,
it's like any other kid.
You're a personality plus, that's the problem. The personality horses always have good days and bad days, don't they? I know. Yes, that's a good stretch for you, isn't it? Wow. You're a good boy. You really are. You are a good boy. I bet you that just hurt though. So
yeah.
He's in pain.
And that's kind of understandable. You just seem like always agitated. It's not like he really had any stress in the pasture. I mean,
no.
So the only thing I could think was that maybe it was just
well, remember they're
long-term
animals of adaptation, right? So they're a prey animal.
Yeah.
So their job in the wild is never to show pain, because as soon as you show pain, you're at the bottom of the herd and you're going to be killed.
Oh, that's true.
That's your next thing. So most people don't really realize that their horse actually is sore because their job is to hide it.
Right.
They're like three legs with a spare. So by the time the spare goes bad, then you get to see stuff.
Okay.
So that's really what happens. That's why we most of the time miss when our horses are sore. It's more paying attention to the personality and knowing like, okay, something's amiss, that maybe I should get them checked out.
Yeah.
So.
And that's kind of like
and like for
doing
him with the trauma, definitely the accident
would
be something you want to have checked out, because this is, you know, what, 1,000 pounds? Oh, good boy. Falling on the ground, you know? So that's a lot of weight hitting, and sometimes you can get like the whiplash symptoms like we do.
Yeah.
I know. Yes.
I wish I would have had them done sooner, but better late than not at all.
That's a good release.
I'm curious to see how this is going to affect his mood.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it'll take his
probably have more
spookiness.
Personality than he's had before, which I don't know if I can handle.
Yeah, I don't know if
maybe it'll be a happy personality, not more of anger. But yeah, the more this loosens up, the better it gets. So you can also actually just get in here and just rub. And
just rub right in there?
And just help loosen up the muscles. And I would do both sides, never just do one.
Now, would tension cause it, or is that more from the accident?
Oh, yeah. More likely from the accident, but tension can cause it, because anytime we get tense, all of our muscles will tighten up. You know, and that's why people go in for massages, is to loosen their muscles up.
Right.
We don't do that as much with horses. So, yeah. I like to have people just massage and kind of rub around and see if they feel any knots, because you never know.
Right.
Oh, there you go.
A nice yawn. He's obviously... No, don't you hold... These are pretty heavy duty, but I wouldn't trust you to...
Like, look, Mom. You're so naughty.
So now you are a horse chiropractor.
Yeah, and a people.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. You do people too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So how did you get into horse chiropractic?
I actually went to school to be, I really wanted to only do horses. Yeah. But, you know, you have to go through vet school or chiropractic school to work on horses.
Yeah.
So, I got accepted to chiropractic school before I got accepted to vet school.
Yeah.
So I just went to chiropractic school. I was like, sweet, I'm there, I'm going. I'm not going to waste more time waiting.
Right.
Because, you know, time is money when it comes down to schooling.
Oh, yeah.
So, and back when I did it, we had to certify after school. And now the kids get to certify in school.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, so they get to learn a lot sooner, you know, and then have more time to practice. Because the nice thing is, the sooner you get your hands on them, the sooner you actually start to feel how things move.
That's true. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Man, that's awesome. Good work. Good work.
So you'll have to tell me how he is in a couple days. So
Yeah, I was trying to.
sore for a day or two. I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay. Just
but
letting the
then-
muscles get used to it, and probably rub them out a little bit.
Yep, and especially because it's cold, you just never know. Some respond really well when it's cold, and some are more sore.
And I could always have you come back out in a couple months too if it seems to be tightening up again. I mean, obviously, it was working, and he had issues that needed work done on it. Yeah, so I'm curious. I am very curious to see how this is going to progress. And
yeah, and then we can see what kind of changes he's going to make personality-wise.
Yeah.
Movement-wise.
Yeah.
He stops nipping at you as you're bending his neck, so then he's not showing that it's sore. 'Cause
Right.
this movement alone works on that muscle group.
Okay.
On
Yeah.
the pull. So
And you telling me that which side, the left side was the one?
right.
The right side was the one that.
was actually rotated to the right. So it
Oh,
was
okay.
rotated into his jaw.
I was like, what is
Probably
going
that
on?
shoulder and that pull giving you.
Yeah.
Because that shoulder was really tight. That's why he kept walking away when I wanted to adjust that shoulder.
Yeah.
He's like, no, that hurts. Please don't do it. I think he just thought it was getting more painful.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. I mean, if that's all he knows, and now next time he has it done, he'll be like,
Okay, this isn't so
hopefully.
bad.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming out.
My pleasure.
So bottom line was, I was very glad that he had it done. The cost was about $75, which was very reasonable considering the fact that I couldn't use him because he was so out of whack. And after doing some research online, those of you with horses, I found out that it's actually very common that horses with neurological issues, such as panicking at stuff, being crazy at times, a lot of the time it's caused from their poll, which is the back of their head right behind the base of the skull. The muscles tense up, or they might have a nerve being pinched, and so that will cause them to essentially be a crazy horse. But just seeing the expressions on his face, and I really wished I could have recorded the expressions on his face when she finally got him adjusted. I mean, his face just went from like panic to he honestly did not know what to do. He was just in such shock that his pain was like gone now and he felt better. So anyway, guys, take care. I hope your backs are feeling nice and limber, and maybe this inspired you to get to the chiropractor too. And yes, she does do humans. So here's her information. Those of you who are in Michigan and who have horses, this is where you can get a hold of her. And she just always impressed. I've had her out 2 times, no complaints at all with her. So good. So take care, guys. Bye.